strategy, but I kept on trying, ignored all the signs. You were just a toy, a waste of my time. Bipolar, yeah, that's what you are. Switching lanes like you switch your
Speech off.
Hey
everyone.
Hello. We're gonna try this again.
Yes. All right. So you got Vic
and you got Rena
with the Shades of Pride with Vic and Rena podcast. We had some technical difficulties, so this is not the first time we try to record this episode.
Not
but
at all.
It is
not to tell my whole story all over again.
Yes. And yeah, so we are gonna go ahead and do this and get this thing going. We hope everybody is having a great week. When you guys get this, hopefully you guys will get to start your weekend off the chain. But yeah, so right before we get into what we're going to talk about and kind of go about our weeks, I'm going to leave it up to the beautiful wife here and let y'all know what our mission and what our podcast is about, just in case we get some new listeners, which we hope we do.
Yes,
and also just to remind all of our current dedicated listeners, we love you all. We appreciate all of your support. We appreciate everyone listening to us and episodes. We've been getting a lot of feedback, emails, phone calls. So leave it up to her here.
Okay, so the Shades of Pride with Vic and Rena. The reason why we call ourselves the Shades of Pride is because we represent all the colors in the rainbow. We don't just cater to one audience. You don't have to be LGBT. You can also be allies, because we know we have some allies out there that's not LGBT, and they listen to our podcast faithfully, so shout out to y'all. This is an inclusive space. It's a safe space for all. We talk about everything, even the hard things. So that's what we represent, and hope you feel welcome, hope you feel seen, hope that you grab something or get something from us.
And if one of our episodes touch you, or if you feel like some of our episodes may help someone that then feel free to get that episode and share it and send it over to whoever you need to share it to, and hopefully it will help them. And yeah, that's what we're here for. We just want everybody, like my love said, to grab something from whatever we have. And it might not be for everyone, but hey, and it might be about healing, it might be about trauma, it might be about goal setting, it might be about anything. Who knows with what we got. But anyway, so before we're gonna go ahead and let this beautiful lady tell you about her week, and that's what we're gonna start with.
So my weekend was very interesting. I went to get my hair done for our Houston trip tomorrow, which we just got off the phone with our friends. So shout out to y'all. Can't wait to see y'all tomorrow.
Yes.
I went and got my hair done. I got lemonade braids. I went to my love's office and waited for her. And then we were in an Uber.
And y'all, when she walked in my office, it was like falling in love with her all over again. Like back on day one, it was like, yo, it's crazy. If you are in a relationship or you are in a marriage or you're just trying to spark it up, just ladies, men, whoever you are, go back to that first day.
Go back to the first day. I literally got the same hairstyle I met her in.
Yes. Yeah. And, it's just that spark. Like, whoa, okay, we made it 5 years and here we are 5 years again, starting that 5-year mark. Actually, in July will be 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years
that we have actually met. So yeah, anyways, continue your story. Sorry.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the compliment.
You're welcome.
So what happened to me was very peculiar. For those who follow me on Facebook, you probably heard this, so you're gonna probably hear it again. we was in a ride with our Uber driver, and at first I didn't know how to read him. I knew that he was gay, though. I don't know. My gaydar is kind of really good. But I didn't know how to read him. I didn't know. But then he started talking, and he was really, really good. And he showed us how Teslas work by themselves, like, because my love was curious, like, how does it drive by itself? So he showed us. And then the I Rise song came on by Andrea Day. I always love that song. Always, always, always. And so I was singing it, and
I actually sent that song to her.
She did.
When we first met, and she was going through some things.
I was going through things. I don't think we were together yet.
No, we weren't.
We weren't together yet. But she did I
did a
tribute.
It was called a songogram or something.
Yes, a sonogram.
I don't know what it's called.
A
songogram.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite artists is, shout out to Fallon Franklin out in Austin, Texas.
Ooh.
She is a country / pop / folk singer. And she was doing these things for like Mother's Day, and I was like, oh yeah, she's like, just pay so much money, and she was singing either one of her songs or a song that she could do a cover for. And I was like, you know what, I really love that song. And so I sent it, and she did it and recorded it and sung it and sent it over to Sharina. So yeah, it's kind of
so it's a very significant song.
Yes.
And so we were singing it, and I noticed he got quiet. Well, I didn't think nothing of it. I just, And then he said, okay, Confessions of an Uber Driver. Who has a mom that passed over? And immediately I'm like, that's me. I lost my mom in 2022. And he said, well, I don't mean to freak you out or anything, but your mom's got a message for you. And she told me to tell you. And by the way, I didn't want to talk to her. She's making me talk to her.
Right.
That's what he said.
That's exactly what he said.
She won't leave me alone. Which sounds like my mother. Says that whatever you're worried about, don't worry about it, because it's going to be so much better on the other side. And I don't know, that lifted something from me, because I was worried about a lot of things. I worry about this constant cough I have that my doctors say it's allergies. They say it's allergies. I guess it's allergies, but my love says I'm a hypochondriac, and if I take my medicine, then I wouldn't have to worry about it.
Right. But she'd rather sip on her drink, so she don't. And then she wants to not. She's like, well, if I take my medicine, then I can't drink. I'm like, well, I mean, would you rather have this cough go away, or whatever? But yeah, she has a twin out there, and they both like going to the doctor.
And I'm a hypochondriac. Like,
yes.
If somebody says they got the flu, I immediately feel the symptoms.
Right. And there ain't nothing wrong with her.
If someone says, "Oh my God, I got diagnosed with COVID," I'm like, "Oh my God, I was around them. Do I have COVID now?"
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Or I tell her, "Oh babe, I got this thing going on. Oh, I need to go check mine too." I'm like, "Oh Lord."
So immediately, I wasn't freaked out. A lot of people would be, but I wasn't freaked out. I was like, "Wow, that's just proof of all what." And by the way, I was wearing my bracelets, which the bracelets are crystals, and they're healing, which we will get more into that.
Yes.
So I have 3 significance bracelets that remind me of my mother. Amethyst, which is my love's birthstone, right? Isn't that your birthstone?
Yep, that's my birthstone. Sorry, it was my song.
And moonstone, and
smoky quartz.
No, rose quartz.
Oh, rose quartz.
So it was just amazing how all that happened, and I've been thinking about it all week. I even wrote a song about it. I had to process it, but it really put things in perspective for me. And even though your loved ones are gone, it doesn't mean that they're not watching you. They're watching you. They're protecting you. They love you. Nobody can convince me otherwise. You know,
Right.
just because they're gone doesn't mean that they're gone. She made that guy talk to her.
Right. And what's funny about that is just a couple of weeks ago, literally 2 weeks ago, I was in my office and I was meditating. But before that, I had told my love, like, it's literally not even like a month ago. I told her that I was like, you know what, love, like, I really want to read these books and I really want to learn about being able to connect with spirits. And I just want to, you know, I don't know, something told me to do that. And so I started looking on Bard and I started looking at books, and I've been reading these books on how to connect with spirits and, you know, what may happen and what kind of things that you need to do and everything like that. And then this happened. And then last week I was at my office. I believe it was last week.
Yeah, it was.
I had went into my office for a half a day, and then the rest of the day something just told me. I told my love, I was like, look, I'm going to see this client. After that, I'm going to hang out at my office for a little while, and I'm just going to take a day to just chill. And I did that, and I stayed at my office. I listened to a guided meditation, and I wanted to try what I read in my book to try to at least get the feeling of how to connect. And yeah, and then this happens, and I don't know, it was crazy. So anyways, just wanted to kind of elaborate on everything, that how it led up to all of this.
Yeah, so that was a wonderful, I think my week has been better because of it. Now my hypochondriac kicks in every once in a while, and it's like, okay, is my mom telling me I'm sick?
Oh Lord, here we go.
But as you can see, guys, I'm perfectly healthy. I'm fine. But I was just like, you know, but
you know, it's normal. Like, you know, you have these things that happen, and you're like, oh well, is somebody trying to tell me something?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So, but mostly positive. You know.
Yes.
But I just, that's been my week, and we've been getting ready for this trip. I'm so excited. What else happened this week? Nothing.
Nothing
Absolutely
else.
Oh, well, you know what? I was going to vent about my job, but I'll do that on another episode. What about you?
You know what? Let's see. What we're on. What is this? What day are we on? Wednesday. So it's about we're halfway through the week.
Halfway.
So this past weekend in my week, let's see. She's probably gonna have to remind me, because, you know, I'm not a hypochondriac, but I am someone who does not remember everything unless I write it down. So, but this past weekend, what did I do? So you went and got your hair done. I went to my office. I was working.
Yeah.
Nothing really has happened. I actually chilled out this weekend.
Oh, you helped me put out a project.
Yeah, so I did help her put out her album. So Represent.
Spiritual Guidance EP is on Apple Music.
Yes, you know, we don't just have podcasters out here or whatever. You know, both of us are songwriters with AI. So we write our own lyrics, and then we leave the vocals up to AI. Even though my beautiful wife could sing, and maybe she'll gift y'all one day with the song. So
maybe it'll be our album with my voice. So.
Yeah, she can sing. So, but for right now, we're doing that. So check her out on Apple Music under Creo Princess, Creo Princess. And she has all her albums on there, but her latest one is an EP, and it has some pretty cool songs on there.
It's really good. I think, I loved all my projects, but this one was it was spiritual.
Yes.
And thanks to my love and some friends, I've really gotten into the crystal things. Like, I follow them on TikTok. I follow them on Instagram. And so I really, this album, all of my albums were significant to me, but this one, it was really significant. And, I talk my shit on these albums as well. So,
Yes.
But
she's not really talking shit. She's talking facts. But,
I am, but
But yeah, so check out all her albums, and you can also check out my albums as well. I have some pretty good.
Some killer ones.
I have some pretty good albums. Mine is Texas Angel. That is my artist name, and I have 2 albums out. I want to say.
No, you got more than 2.
I think I had 3 albums.
You got 4.
Do I have 4 albums out?
Yes.
Oh, well, see, there you go, y'all.
I got 2. No, you got like 4.
I like 4 albums out. I have one is Pisces. Energy. The next one is Venom and Victory. And
the one
I think
for
that's
me. Is that called Our Love Story or
something? I don't remember.
Something like that. But you'll see it when you type
You'll
it.
see it, yeah. Then I have some some singles out too as well.
July 17th is my favorite single.
Yes. So yeah, check us out, y'all. So yeah, we did that. And then going back to the crystal. So we went to the crystal store a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, did we talk about that?
And I don't think we talked about that, but we did go to the crystal store. And that was awesome. That was our very first time going to a crystal store. And we had a great experience.
Yes.
I was into crystals a long time ago, and then recently we got back into it with one of our good best friends, and hopefully you'll get to check them out soon.
Yay!
She went to the crystal store, and she's like, oh, I've gotten these crystals and that crystals, and this is what this is doing. And so we're like, you know what? Like, let's get back into it. So we did, and I got a bunch of stones. I have this favorite one. It's a dragon eye amethyst stone. And then we got some
cool.
And we got some smoky quartz, and I got I got like 4 amethysts and 2 smoky quartz. And they're stones. And then I also have a black onyx bracelet, which black onyx is a protection bracelet, and it keeps negative energy away. And a lot of the stones that I got, they do help with healing, with focus, with protection and energy, because that's the kind of journey I'm on. And
yes.
And they actually help, y'all. The stones.
Oh, they help tremendously.
We learned how to cleanse them, program them for what we need them, and then now what we're currently doing is just learning different meditations to help with the stones.
And saying mantras. Affirmations like, I am somebody, I am enough, I can do all things. Those are just the things I say to myself. So
Right.
I can, and I got that I am enough mantra from one of our good friends as well. I'm like, yeah, I love that. Like, I am enough.
Yes.
So.
And so that's kind of what I've been doing a lot this past week, is honestly reading up on the crystals, reading up on energy, reading up on spirits and connection. And also on top of that, I've been writing some songs in the background here.
Yes,
just writing. I've been writing. If you guys are looking for something that helps you therapeutically, writing is a good thing.
Oh man, I love writing songs more than journaling to me.
Yes. And I think that's what I did, is like, I was journaling a lot last year. I was journaling almost daily. I would go out for walks and I would journal, but lately it's more writing songs. And I was going to therapy. I'm no shame. I did go to therapy about 1.5 years ago.
Yes.
But to me, songwriting is so much more better until I find me a good therapist. But I feel so much better. I feel like I've lifted a lot off. And then, who knows? The songs might help other people too. So, yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing this past week. And I've been behind the scenes working on help getting our Lions Club off the ground. Shout out to, if you're looking for a virtual Lions Club to join, we're established, and it is called the DFW Virtual Lions Club for blind and visually impaired with persons with disabilities. That is a virtual Lions Club, and we'll drop a link and stuff here.
Yes.
We meet like almost twice a month. I am the vice president, and Laurel Wheeler is the president. And my love is on the fundraising committee. But yeah, the mission for that Lions Club is basically to have everyone in the United States virtually, because we're trying to get, overcome like the transportation issues, barriers, all those things that are in the way from other people to be able to find a regular Lions Club. So that's why we're doing that. And so, that's one of our things that's kind of what I've been spending a lot of my time in. So yeah. But anyways, enough about us. We're trying to catch up on any other stuff. Do you know ways that you guys can keep in touch with us? I will start off with one, and that's our email address. That's shadesofpridepod@gmail.com. You can shoot us an email. We would love feedback, and we would also love topics and things that you want to hear about. Also, if you want to be a guest, email us and we'll get you scheduled and we'll get you interviewed.
Get you in. Yes.
We're looking for individuals, whoever want to come and talk. If you want to talk about something that's on your heart, if you have questions and you just want our advice, you can write it in anonymously.
Yeah, it can be anonymous.
Yeah, but if you,
no one has to know your name or who you are.
But if you want your name to be announced, then let us know, and we'll be okay. That it's okay for us to write that, and we'll talk about it on our next episode. Also, our Facebook.
So you can follow us at the Shades of Pride with Vic and Rena
on
our Facebook page.
Yes, and
we do not have an Instagram.
We do not have an Instagram yet.
We don't have X either.
No, we do not. So Facebook is it, and also our email address, and our YouTube. You can follow us at Shades of Pride with Vic and Rena as well on YouTube as well. And yeah, I was working on a phone number. I was trying to get that up and going by today, but it's been giving me a hard time. So we are working on that. I know we keep saying it every episode, but we are working on it. So yeah, that's ways that you can get a hold of us. And let's get it going, y'all. Let's get y'all topics in here. Let's get your questions, affirmations, anything that you guys want to share with the listeners, or you just want our feedback, or you want anything, any quotes that you would like us to read online on air, let us know. So getting into that, we're gonna go ahead and kind of get into our little episode. We kind of already did most of our episode, because it was kind of just gonna be a laid back episode today. But one thing that I did want to talk about for this episode is we had a great guest last episode. Jess from Maryland. She came out, and we wanted to kick Pride off with a great guest, and she was one of the good ones to come on.
Oh, she was awesome.
If you guys haven't checked it out, please check it out. Share it with someone that you might feel like it might help. She did go into her journey.
She did.
As a mom, as a college student, as all the things she faced during her life so far. She talked about IBF, what it took, what she endured, and all that. So thank you, Jess, for
thank you
a wonderful appearance. So what we're going to talk about right now real quick is going into being invisible in the LGBT community, and just in society, but also living loud and proud, right? So that's kind of what we're wanting to touch on, just because, it is Pride Month.
Yes.
There is a lot of stuff going on in the community, in the world, in the United States.
Oh, it's too much going on.
It's
in the
really
world.
too much to go on.
I mean, Southern Baptists getting together because they want to ban same-sex marriage. I mean, they're having a whole convention.
Right.
I guess we're very important.
Yeah, I think we're very important to them.
And this is happening in Texas.
Yes.
I don't know if it's Dallas, Houston, or wherever they're meeting, but they are meeting in Texas, so.
Yes. So.
Not surprised.
Right. So I think what we want to do is kind of start off, just talking about how everybody is feeling. Like, how are y'all feeling this Pride Month? And, what are your emotions? What have you guys been doing so far? It's okay to write us and let us know.
Yeah.
Like, what are you guys going to still, are you guys going to Pride parades or festivals, anything like that? So for us, I know for me, I do feel invisible sometimes because I am LGBT. Also, two, because I am blind, and three, because I am minority, right? So those are three things against me already. And I feel invisible because, especially being here in Texas, when I was in Pennsylvania, I felt like I could just live like everybody else. I didn't feel shut out. I didn't feel, I felt included in a lot. Here in Texas, I tell my love, like, we're going on a trip. And I bought me one of my favorite shirts. I bought a Tommy Hilfiger tank top, and it had a rainbow pride on it. But I'm not taking it to Houston.
And I'm not wearing my watch band
because we have to be safe.
Yeah.
And for those who might say, "Oh, we'll just do it anyway," which is valid, because I would say that too. I would say, I don't give a fuck what they say, right? But
we've experienced the ugly side.
Yeah,
of
just
doing what we wanted to do.
Yeah, just recently.
Yeah.
Right. Just recently, we talked about it on one of our episodes about the whole thing about going to the Titanic thing, and I had that shirt on, and now we don't know if we were being discriminated because of all three or what. Or was it because of my shirt? Like,
or was it because of my race?
Right. Or was it because of my wife's race or my race or what? Or was it because I was blind? Like, we don't know. So those are the reasons why I feel invisible on part of that. Do you have anything on that? I'm
like you. I feel invisible. When I lived in the Midwest and in PA, I saw a lot of same-sex couples, and they were just doing the damn thing, right? They were just living out loud, and I'm like, yes, that's what I want. In Texas, you got to be very, very safe. Now, we do have a community in Dallas where, like our church, but even they have experienced, there has been angry protesters standing outside the church while everybody's trying to have church. And that scares the kids. That scares everybody. Why can't you just leave us alone? I feel that way, same reasons, because I'm blind, because I'm black. But I like how Jess put it. Before I'm blind and black and anything else, I am a lesbian.
Right.
And I used to hide that truth for so long. And even in this state, I can't hide it. I'm not going to pretend that my wife is my friend. Now, I'll be safe, I won't wear pride gear, especially going where we're going. but I'm not gonna not smile at her or treat her like like she's just my roommate.
Right.
Those days are over. I'm not hiding. I'm not shrinking from anyone.
Right. And I'm not either.
But I'm gonna be safe.
Like, I think what I was going at with that is, just because all of this is going on in the world, and worse now, but it happens every day, right? So it's not just now.
And like the Jonathan Joss thing. Oh
yeah.
My God.
So, just like local stuff that's going on in the local news here, like we have Jonathan Joss, who just got shot down because him and his husband was checking their mail at their old residence, and the police ignored all the signs. Now, it's still under investigation, so we don't know, what full story. So I'm not going to say facts or not, but just what has been released out in the media and interviews is that they were being harassed for years. Jonathan was, prior to getting married to his husband, and before he even got with him. Neighbors were doing race slurs. They were doing homophobic stuff. They said they were gonna burn the house down. The dogs were dead. They ended up taking the dog's skull and harness and putting it on the thing, and the guy shot him, and Jonathan took the bullet and protected his husband.
Yeah.
And and Texas is saying that it's not a hate crime. Like, let us know what you think about that.
Right.
Like they ignored all
they
ignored all of the complaints and everything about it, and now they're saying that it's not a hate crime. Like, that's Texas though, right? So we're in Texas. They're not gonna say that, so that's the latest. But in Philly also, Philly just had their parade, Pride Parade on June 1st. Leaving the parade after that night. Now, the guy was out. It was like 2:30 at night. I'm pretty sure the parade was over way before that.
Yeah, but they hang out after
but he
the
was
party.
he was in the neighborhood in Philly, and he got shot down. He got killed. We don't know why. We don't know what happened, like what the guy was doing at the time, but he got killed. Mm-hmm. And then another girl going to the parade, she got shot in Philly. Not sure if she died or not, but these are things that are going around all around there. And so I'm just saying, y'all, like, be safe.
Please be safe.
But also,
and worst case scenario, have pride at home.
Have pride at home.
Pride party or virtual pride.
Yeah, but at the same time, don't be quiet, because that's what they want us to do. And I think that's why I wanted to do this episode real quick, we're invisible to a lot of people, but we need to be loud and proud and be visible and safe, and we could still do that and be loud about it, right? We still have to fight for our pride. We still have to fight for our rights, and let everybody know that we stand for them. I mean, because right now the trans community definitely needs us.
Yes.
They need our love. They need our support. And as a whole community, we just have to stand up against the bullies, stand up against all the people that want us to disappear, because we're not.
Yeah, when they attack one of us, they attack all of us.
Right.
So.
And I just feel like, be safe. Wear your pride where you feel like you can wear it. Stand up for yourself, for all of our rights, and just don't let people shut us out, shut us down. Rather that's because we're blind, rather that's because you're straight, and maybe your fear of being judged because you are hanging out with LGBT people,
or your family member is LGBT.
Yeah, or your family member is LGBT. Like, just make sure that everybody is vigilant. We have people who are in the NFB and also ACB. Both of those locations, the conventions are both in southern states this year.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Good luck with that.
Be safe. That's all I can say. But, live your life and live for you and your rights. And, protest if you feel like it, but also you could do things from home and virtually as well. So I think that's what I kind of just wanted to talk about today.
And also, before we end, I'm sorry. I stand in solidarity of what's going on in Cali. It's atrocious. It's not cool. It affects me personally. Because of my wife. And yeah, I just wanted to say that we stand in solidarity with them.
We stand in solidarity with LA, with the community,
Yes.
with the people who are being attacked. We appreciate. I personally want to say that we appreciate everyone who is supporting us and supporting the community that is being attacked. Yes. Specifically. And don't be afraid to protest. Just do it safe, y'all. It's happening everywhere now. LA was starting, now it's in Dallas.
They're doing it.
To Chicago,
Dallas, Chicago,
Austin, different states. This is a time that we all need to come together and be safe. Get in, hear your voice. And I know that we have listeners who, personally want to do something, and maybe they're scared to go out into the community because, they don't feel safe. It's okay.
That's understandable.
But
you can always make phone calls.
Phone calls.
If you are scared, because I'm scared. But you can do stuff behind the scenes too.
Yeah,
and like me, my social media, I'm loud and proud with it. I don't care.
Right. You can, share a post. Anything you see, share a post. Even just calling on those people to check on them and making sure that they're there if they call you or you're used to hearing from them, call them and check on them.
Yeah.
Because these people are just taking people for no reason. People who are
legal,
they're taking them. Know your rights, and just don't let people just grab you. Be safe, And before we leave, y'all, we also want to let y'all know that if you are interested, we are holding a virtual Pride. I don't want to say it's a parade, but it is going to be a
hangout.
It's going to be
a party.
It's going to be a...
I'll be there with Hurricane.
Right. So it's going to be our virtual Pride get-together for June 28th at 7 p.m. Central, and it is going to be on Zoom, and it's RSVP. We do have the event up on under our podcast Facebook page, so subscribe there, put that you want to go, or you can DM us on Facebook or shoot us an email to shadesofpridepod@gmail.com, and we will make sure that you have the link prior to June 28th. It is an RSVP. We are going to try to get a couple of people to talk, Rest and me and my love. It's kind of like I said, it's a Pride hangout, but it's also to get to know us as your host of the podcast.
Yes.
And if we can, we're going to have it where people can sing. I don't know. We might have some singers, but
I'll sing.
If you want to sing, you can let us know. Write us and let us know if you want to write a poem.
I know there's a couple of people that are interested in karaoke because
Yeah, we do have some karaoke people. So if you want to do a karaoke song, let us know. If you want to talk, let us know. Even if it's just a few words of encouragement, of empowerment, of whatever, write us and let us know. And we'll schedule you so that way you can be on there. And then we might have some games where either trivia or maybe some RS games.
Woohoo!
Whatever. But it's just a place for us to be okay, listen to some music, jam out, chill, because there are a lot of people that don't want to go to pride parades because it's not safe. They don't feel safe. So yeah, that's what we're making happen for y'all. June 28th, 7 p.m. Central Time. But yeah, you guys have an awesome week. Do you have any encouraging words, any affirmations that you would like to drop before we head out? It can be your own words.
What I've learned doing this spiritual journey in crystals, I want everyone to tell themselves, I am enough, I am beautiful, I am worthy of love. No matter who I love or where I come from, and I am not my past. That's a big one for me. I am not my past. Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not good at memorizing stuff, so I might miss a line, drop a line, but I'm kind of there with my love. I'm on a healing journey. I've been on this healing journey for, I want to say, at least the past 2 years. I tell my love every day that I'm not perfect. I will be the first to say that I'm not perfect, even though she tells me I am. But I get my strength from her, honestly, and my father. And
well, I get mine from you. And you don't have to be perfect.
Yeah, you don't have to be perfect.
You're perfect for me. Is what I mean when I say you're perfect.
Right. And so, like I said, I get my strength and my from her pretty much. But two of my boys, Gallo and Purdue, those are my two black labs that I had. And honestly, she says that her mom is like her spirit and is the person that keeps her going. And for me, it's crazy to say, but Gallo and Purdue are the ones that keep me going. I lost my father last year, but I would be the first to say, like, he is part of it. But before he left me, it was my dogs. And just the other day, I was thinking, like, it was before the meditation day at my job. I was thinking, like, I feel myself being hard on myself sometimes, or this one person and this one thing in my life really, really, really messed with me. And that was my divorce. And my love always says, like, just because this person pops up and drops messages, or she does this or she does that, like, don't let their words kill you, which is it was hard. But I remembered, like, the other day, Gallo and Purdue just popped in my mind. And I remember, like, it was Gallo who got me through everything. And I remembered that. And so if you are having a hard day, or if you're having a hard time, remember somebody that you may have lost, or remember someone who meant so much to you, or one thing that meant much to you, someone's words, someone's quotes, or something like that, to give you that strength. Look, I guess basically what I'm saying is look for the strength to get you through and keep you carrying and keep you going. So those are my words.
Yes.
Because the song Hero by Mariah Carey is a song that I gave Gallo. And, I guess I could tell y'all real quick before we go. Gallo was my very first guide dog. I got him when I was 19. And I remember getting him. I hate the cane. So when I got him, when I first got him and I graduated with him, my words to his puppy raisers were, I feel like I could see again. I feel like Gallo gave me my sight back, because I was walking, I was like not having to watch the poles, I wasn't having to look down to see if I was going to miss a step. He just kept me going, and I felt free, and that's what he gave me. And so those are the things that keep me going in life, because he saved my life. He in more than one way.
Yeah.
Like, he saved my life so many times, but the one time was he jumped in front of the DART train here on Halloween night. We were at a stop sign, and the arms didn't come down, and she didn't honk the horn before she was about to hit us. And so I looked to my left, I saw the yellow and white color, and that's all I remember seeing. And then I felt my dog being yanked out of my hands, and he pushed me back before the train hit me. And so that was on Halloween night, and ever since then it was like, I can never let him down. And life has gotten hard on me. People have came in and out of my life, and I've done some stupid shit, but I always had to remember that I told that dog that I would not, if he didn't take me out of this world by me losing him, then no one else is worth me leaving this world. So yeah.
That's deep.
Huh?
I said that's deep.
Yes. That's deep.
That's deep.
And so yeah, shout out to my boy Gallo in Purdue.
They're partying with my mom.
Yep, they're partying with mom.
That's why we've been having all this rain.
Yes.
They need to stop partying.
Yes. So with that, y'all, we love y'all. Remember to like, share this podcast, and subscribe.
Oh, and word, since y'all want some hot tea, honey, check out the Diddy trial. That's all I'm gonna say. Check out my girl Nancy Grace podcast. Shout out to her.
Shout out to Nancy Grace.
It's Crime Stories with Nancy Grace. You can find her anywhere you get your iPod, your podcast.
Oh yeah, and by the way, what are you sipping on today?
I have Moscato wine,
There
which
you
I
go.
made last through this whole episode because it's my last one.
Right. And we are off, y'all, and
We're signing off.
we're signing off. Like we said before, check us out on Facebook at The Shades of Pride with Vic and Rena. YouTube, The Shades of Pride with Vic and Rena. Also on Facebook. I said Facebook already?
Yeah.
Yep. And email again, shadesofpridepod@gmail.com. I'll be looking for some email. I'll be looking for some quotes. Anything.
We have one person. I don't like to call them fans. I like to say supporters. So
supporters.
we have this one supporter who's also a good friend. He always writes us.
Yes.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you, Mr. Ray.
Yes.
We appreciate we want to do a shout out to you, Ray, and let you know that
We see you.
We see you. We see all of your emails. I try to respond to them, and we love all the feedback. And yeah, so we are out, and here is one of my loves songs, Turn It Up, and we're signing off, y'all.
This yours, actually.
Oh, this is mine. My bad. See, I promoted my own self.
What makes you think you can handle a real one, bruh?
All right, y'all. Bye.
Speech on. Pause.